Okay, let's get started. Let's see if we can finish 5.1 today. Because I think there's like 5 missions. It makes no sense for Master Chai to have left without a word, but even if he had, he would not have done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen him, I'm sure of it. We should split up and inquire as to the whereabouts, or whether anyone saw him leave, or failing that, if they have an idea where he might have gone. I will meet you at the Glory Gate to compare notes later. Okay. Okay. I think we're going downstairs. Okay, maybe not right away. I've been playing Monk recently, and I don't know if I want to keep Monk or keep Dancer. Master Chai, why yes, I spoke with him recently, though I recall he was in a rather dour mood, concerned about Yumor's neglect of industry, see? Huh. With Lord Valthree apparently inexhaustible stores of meal, and no great need for money, it's little wonder our businesses were all but forgotten under his rule. Oh, I didn't think about that. Ooh, that's not good. But, ash- I assured Master Chai that the Boutique of Splendors will do all it can to contribute to the revival of trade here in Yulmore, which seems to satisfy him. He took leaves soon after. Okay, to the buttress, which I believe is downstairs? Yep, downstairs. I swear I'm always running through the water. Wait a minute. Hallway. Looking for Master Chai, are you? Is something amiss? When I last saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted he rest and catch his breath, and we talked for a while about his concerns over the city's defenses, among others. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after a confrontation with Valthree, and finding General Ranjit in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest serving soldiers seem lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. Not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we would still be blind to the error of our ways. Anyway, funding permitting, I propose replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the derelicts in Gate Town. We have a duty to protect not only Yilmore, you see, but the surrounding regions of Kalusha as well. And I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for that cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note we parted ways. He headed outside, as I recall. Okay, so he's literally, like, doing mayoral duties? So he is. Okay, so I think I know why he was just kind of like, oh. It was like, this town is in dire need of help. And it became a let's get started. I probably could have used the Aether. Okay. I was like, I probably could have used the Aetherite, but nah. Who's this? Ah, I recall a man fitting that description. Asked to speak with the poor buggers lately come from right. Said he wanted to know the state of things down in the derelicts, and you can be sure we gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing. There was plenty to tell. We hunt high and low for whatever we can scavenge, and it's barely enough to fill our bellies. But folks here don't just want to survive, they want to thrive. When he heard that, he started mumbling to himself something about finding us work, I think. Fair play to him, though. No content with having his ear chewed about by the derelicts. He asked about the other settlements and all. After that, I can't really say. Looked like he was heading for Gate Town when I last saw him. Do I gotta go all the way back up there to Alfie? No. Okay, good. I'm like, I really don't want to have to go all the way back up those steps. Okay, Alphino, where are you? Ah, perfect. Ah, there you are. How did you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue as to Master Chai's whereabouts? Seeing to the poor. Doing things. Doing meh type things. Interesting. He apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. They discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Eulmore, and an idea to which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Sounds like he's got big plans for the place. Eulmore, I mean. Not the bee. Perhaps. But the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? All we know for certain is that Master Chai has shown great concern not only for Eulmore but the surrounding settlements. It seems logical then that having consulted those within the city walls, he would wish to do the same in those without. Sapphire, if you would go and make inquiries and write, I shall do likewise, and still tied. Gate Town I leave to you, Kaishir. Fair enough. Where shall we meet when we finished? Well, Top Rung would seem to me the next most likely destination. Let us reconvene there. With any luck, one of us will have stumbled upon him by then, but if not, we will be well situated to continue our search. Okay, which of the cities am I going to? Haha. Make it easy on ourselves. No, the name doesn't ring any bells, but there was a rather dapper-looking Nistel gentleman here not long ago. He wanted to talk about relations between Wright and Eulmore, or rather, the lack of them. We've lost a great many people to their promises of meal and the chance of living a lavish life among the free. And Valtteri thought to take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I needn't tell you what happened when the Sin Eaters came. Such things are hard to forgive. But Valtteri's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Eulmore in his absence. That's what I told your friend Chai Nuz, was it? And I'm sure the others said the same. Not what we not Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose, because he soon left after that, and that was that. Alright. Top wrong. Oh, crap. Uh, where in... I don't know if it's... Ugh. Okay. No. Right, give me the map. Oh, that's right. There's no aetheryte up here except all the way. Okay, we fly. So he paid a visit to both Wright and Gayton as well, did he? I see. Kaishir and I glean much the same. He seemed determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Kalusia. The only likely place he has left to go being Amity. Come, if we're quick, we may catch up to him yet. Sapphire, Alphino, Kaishir, what are you doing here? We might ask you the same thing, Master Chai. We've been looking all over for you. Looking for me? Whatever for? Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable since your absence. She claims you disappeared without so much a word and bade us to return you to her side. What in blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers. Oh my god. I suppose she could have overlooked it, and when she gets an idea into her head, I can only apologize. No harm done, Master Chai, but since we are here, might I ask you what compelled you to come all this way? We were told you had been elected mayor, and from what we have gathered from nearby villages, you've been inquiring about the people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? Now, let's not jump to conclusions. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by the people of Kalusha. That much is true, but I am by no means sure I am the man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges will require resources, and until I have secured them, I would not be right. It would not be right for me to assume the role of mayor. I see, and you believe said resources can be found here. Indeed, the people's grievances are many, but in the course of my inquiries, I have already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans, a man whose counsel might yet make a mayor of me. With respect, such forethought is, in itself, proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I am certain this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little is it worth, we will vouch for you should he require convincing. I I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You've got your actions to speak for you. For as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it in a Yulmore, but that dream's gone now. Burst like a bubble, or boil, more like. Anyway, outside of repaying Master Alpha now, I haven't a clue what to do with myself. Spent most of my days in a daze, but you've been running up and down trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. And I reckon you can do it. You got this lot up Mount Gold, didn't you? How hard can marrying be? You're going to steer you more to a better future. I know it. And I want to help. Properly help. Do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work it out on my own if you let me come with you, that is. You give me entirely too much credit, the lot of you, but I can't deny gives me heart. Come then, let us press on together. I wonder if he's going to Tristan. Thank you, Master Chai. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. Yumor needs more than a man with good intentions, which is why I am here. To find one with the experience needed to see the city thrive. Who is this man exactly? And are you sure? Are you certain he's here in Amity? Oh, okay. It's not Tristan. Rendon is his name, and yes, he is, or was. I had scarcely begun to explain myself when he decided his time was better spent elsewhere. He served as chief of advisor to Vothri's father when he was in office. Oh. If Rajit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left, and between them they kept Yilmore on the road to prosperity. The city needs more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. But even if you do, what makes you think he'll listen? Before giving chase, might it not be wise to speak to those who know him here in Amity? They may they may be able to shed some light on his reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Tristol. I keep thinking it's Tristan. Then, as I recall, you made rather a favorable impression on him, and I'm certain he would be willing to talk to us. I just realized how long my character's hair is getting. I'm definitely gonna need to cut down on that hair. Greetings, friend, and to you too, Master Chai. I presume you're here to ask about Rindle. I couldn't help overhearing your earlier exchange. Yes, well, with Vothra gone, Yumor wants for a leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, the city could very well collapse. I came here seeking Rindle's counsel in the hope that he could build a better Yulmore together, and that is still my wish. But given how abominably you were mistreated there, I will quite understand if you choose not to help. Worry not, Master Chai. I bear no grudge against you or the people of Yulmore, and I would not see you suffer for Vothri's villainy. As you no doubt gathered from your meeting earlier, Rindle can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and little patience for anyone he deems less committed to their own. Your desire to right the wrongs of your past and Yulmore's past is quite admirable, but I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes, in the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying, he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive, commit to this course, and prove to him Yumor has the resolve to change. The resolve to change. I believe he was headed towards Pit 8 when he left. If you plan to go and speak with him, I suggest you be firm and clear in your intentions. Very well, to Pit 8 we shall go, and I will not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe. Pit 8. Have I been there? Nope. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm like, I don't know where this is. Wait a minute, is Pit 8 this little city right here? Or like these 3 houses? No, because I haven't been to Pit 8. Oh. Okay, maybe I have been to Pit 8. Oh, okay, it is the 3 houses.
Well, well, it's you again. Well, I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens, though they are indeed my friends. Well, not only mine, but every true Yulmoran's. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Vorthry's villainy, the famous warriors of darkness.
Are they now?
Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever. To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Vorthry. Nay, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet. And I would have them present to witness my attempt.
Hear, hear, Master Chai.
Your sentiments are admirable. Yet admirable sentiments do not a nation make. In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Yulmor. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all. But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Vorthry was creating. And so I left my homeland behind. But you, Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Vorthry's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
I can offer no simple answer to that question. But this much I will say. It is my hope that Yulmor can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmor seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. It seemed an easy choice. And sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded. The free were blind to it all, of course, content to, as you say, wallow in indolence, in ignorance. Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us. The distinction between free and bonded died with Vor3. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive. To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, who re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on. But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation. Please, Rendon, will you not help me? Together, we could solve the city's problems. Build a Yulmore for the people.
A Yulmore for the people. I rather like the sound of that. But before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office. You would? You ask me to help you solve Yulmore's problems, but first I would see you solve one on your own. Accomplish that, and you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following.
Right then. Is there any particular issue you would have me resolve? You seem to have conducted an assessment of the problems of Yulmore now faces. I assume you will agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is the most pressing. Ah, yes. Meal being neither a desirable nor less sustainable option, I assume alternative foodstuffs are now required to fill the void. And a man who hungers is not like to contribute much to society, save violence, perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer, and I will consider offering you my counsel. This really isn't much farmland either. A combination of measures would seem to be in order. One to address the immediate issue of supply, and another that of production. Go on. For the present, Yulmore's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. This would afford us time to address the underlying problem that affects us all, the long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that once served as sources of trade for foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of production restored. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and take up the rebuilding effort. My. Think of that all by yourself, did you? Well, yes. It began as a rather abstract plan I drafted some time ago, after speaking with the peoples of Yulmore and the nearby settlements. You've impressed me, Chai. News. I thought it was Nuz. I have? Well, that is a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet. Only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. If you would ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so. A fair point, Rendon, and one to which I have given much thought. I propose to use the use of Talos to aid in the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. Talos? But data, 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 Daedalus Stoneworks closed their doors years ago. Without a ready supply of the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could be put into effect. Well, as the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, it just so happens that Talos are my field of expertise. And with little help, I'm quite certain we can acquire what we need in no time at all. I was expecting him to stare at me with a, like, right? Like, Rendon is quite right. Building Talos from scratch would require time we simply do not have. Which is why I propose to make us use the long-abandoned Telos which wanders the wilds of Kalusia. Wait, what? They will be they will need to be deactivated, of course. If memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be at top rung. Come with me. Okay. Let's go. Going to top rung. The old... Oh. I got distracted. This chest contains canisters filled with dashingly potent insulating powder, capable of halting the flow of aether in the Talos. We need only get within throwing distance of one and let it fly. This chest contains canisters filled with... Oh. Thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious. An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple enough matter to get them to march to Yulmore. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would take you to run along and do the deed, but as I've said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. Come off it, Master Chai. Even if the Talos isn't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you. That as it may be, but Rand tasked me with solving this problem, and I will not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say that mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't feel my legs. But if I'm to prove a man worthy following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. Hear, hear. Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intentions of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labor. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. It is, as I'm just call him Kai, says, these lands are dangerous if one's not careful. I would ask you to use my spyglass to look out for any beasts that can get in the way of my work. I also need you to alert me when it is safe to subdue the Talos. Understood? Yay, another spyglass mission. Good. So let's be off to the quick way. Through the north gate and see if we can't find a suitable... Let me put my phone down. I keep looking at it and start getting distracted. We're already at the destination. Alright, here we go. Wait, what? I am very confused. Oh, okay. So I probably gotta wait till the Talos turns around. What is going on? Oh, I'm not in the right spot for it. I'm expecting to have to click on him and be like, yeah, he's not moving where I need him to. And it's gonna fall back. Okay, it just falls down. I did it. I did it. Let's move on to another Talos, shall we? We're probably gonna have to do like 3. Because 3's the magic number. Oh. Oh boy. I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. You may leave the next one to me, Sapphire. Aha, that should do it. Now we have all we need to proceed. I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I I did it. Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Umor's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it is plain your time at Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evident by your extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yulmore. I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains I am wholly ignorant of the world of politics, which is why I asked you to join me and grant Yulmore the benefit of your counsel. I would be honored. When the people behold these Talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support. It would seem Yulmore's leadership is at last in capable hands. Would you would you not agree? We should probably be getting back soon, Master Chai. After you've tinkered with the Talos and all that, Lady Chai's worried sick.
Right. Right then. Form a line and make for Yulmore.
What's that noise? Wicked White! Runaway Talos! Call the guard! Stay back! All of you!
But of course I'm back. You didn't see...
Dearest, I can't...
Did she just bane him?
Oh! Oh dear.
Oh god, she totally baned him. She broke his back like Batman happened, like Bane did to Batman. This woman.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
I'd hate to see her upset.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, no, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Oh, how wonderful!
And she's gonna break his back again.
Dearest, please!
She's just shaking him like a rag doll. That was quite a reception, one Master Chai will struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of the Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word has spread around Yulmore, it will be that much simpler to gather one and all, so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address. No need to fret, Sapphire. I've never felt better. And not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Yulmore. As for where to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I will go and spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet their new mayor. You there, Kai, Shear, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of Gate Town and the derelicts? Of course I will. Good lad. I will let the guards know not to bar the way to Vothr's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming he's available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, eh? The doorman at the Crown Lift will show you up. Ah yes, Master Chai told us to expect you. The emergent is already filling up with people of all persuasions, free, bonded citizens and non-citizens. But for you, our guest of honor, we have reserved a place at the front. Right this way, sir. Why is everyone so fancily dressed? Where are the commoners?
Um,
Go on, dear.
th- Thank you all for gathering here today. But before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around? 'Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthry's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Vorthry. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor, who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Vorthry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength. For Yulmore!
I was like, he's gonna be the first to reply. It was like, it's gonna be him or Tristal. Where is Tristal? He's not even here. I think. That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Stirred them to action, I hope. If I have learned anything from all this, it is that change begins with the individual. But 'tis a matter of finding the strength to keep it, to take the first steps. Assuming my fellow Yulmorans can, it shall be an honor and privilege to help them walk this road we've chosen. But we must not forget the individuals who made all these changes possible. Were it in my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism in the very stone upon which this city stands. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you have officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seats? We will not be moving into the emergent, dearest. It's too big, for one thing, and too far for the people. Too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I will govern from the parlor. Nice. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I prefer the view from the parlor. I beg your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got time for a word? Ah, yes, of course. Hathenbet? Aye, that's me. I liked your speech, but there's folks outside these walls as don't even have enough food to last till tomorrow, and more who are counting their crumbs. If you've a plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we've much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for all your help, Sapphire. I hope to see you again before long. And so ends the story of Yulmore. I have a feeling we'll be back anyway. What a day. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I have resolved to remain here until such time as Yulmore's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is incapable of hands. I have every confidence they will find their way, and I believe it is time we win ours. So Alfino's leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends in paradise. That paradise is gone, but something's better's taken its place, and I reckon I want to be a part of it. This Yulmore for the people Master Chai has been going on about ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than the one to which you clung before, and one I'm happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I pray for your success. Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit, just a matter of taking the first step. Alright. And with that, we will end it here. And we'll start 5.2 a little later. As per usual, like, subscribe, go to Twitch, sapphire30, twitch.com/sapphire31, and turn on notifications for when I randomly decide to stream. Until then, be good to yourself, be good to others, and of course, stay true to you. Laters.